Hello, hello, my beloved souls. It's Divine Feminine Friday. So I hope that you are amazing because I know that you are. You're the Divine Feminine Collective. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys, for joining the Divine Feminine Collective. How is everyone doing after the triple threat of last week, right? We had the full moon in Pisces. We had the 9-9 portal open up, which doesn't close until the 18th, so you still got some time. And then we also have Mercury in retrograde with like 6, 7 other planets, right? There's a lot going on planetarily. We had a lot of solar flares coming in. And now here's a cat visiting you all, which is different. That was unexpected. So that's definitely a message for some of you, right? You have this beautiful cat in. Um, Cats are very creative, very curious, they're very fun. Um, they're bold, they're courageous, right? They see very well in the dark, right? For many of you who've had past lives, maybe as like witches or something like that, they are also our familiars, right? So it's a big message in coming in for you guys with this beautiful cat energy. And they're also very playful, right? So have some fun, lighten up, go play, go follow your intuitive guidance, right? Let your curiosity really just like um lead you forward at this time. I'm loving that beautiful cat energy for you. Right, Divine Feminine? Wow, get it. So anyway, we had a lot going on with that beautiful triple thread. Mercury's still in retrograde, right? And retrogrades are about releasing, reflecting, retreating, reevaluating, reorganizing, resting, right? We get sometimes where the exes come in and there can be kind of some mishaps in communication. So it's really about a time of making sure that you're pausing before you're responding to something, right? Not just reacting, but like pausing and then responding. Being mindful of our words during this time, making sure that we're clearly communicating. And because Mercury is in retrograde in the sign of Libra, this is having us really take stock with our own not just relationships in general, which Libra is great on external relationships, but the relationship that you have within yourself, right? The relationship that you have with your shadow and your light, with your divine masculine and divine feminine energies, right? Really getting those things into balance. How are you loving yourself? How are you nurturing yourself? How are you showing up in the world, right? As within, so without. As above, so below. So really powerful energies coming in for you during this time. And a really good time to just, again, explore your curiosity, right? Be mindful of your words, take a step back, right? And really just focusing on your own inner self and your own inner light and really loving yourself at this time, right? Because I know a ton of Libras and they're super fun and communicative and loving and nurturing. Like they're just a delicious sign to have around, right? So pouring that energy within yourself, right? Making sure that you're allowing your cup to be filled from the heavens and that there aren't holes in the cup, right? That we're kind of cleaning up our energetic field and we don't have people around us that are just kind of like siphoning that energy, or that we're constantly pouring into their cup, but their cup is not being refilled, right? Because not only are we pouring into their cup, but there's no one pouring back into yours. And then there's also people that have drilled holes in it on the low, so you really want to just take stock of all of that. Um, so I'm going to pull from the Divine Feminine Oracle as usual, but the Archangels and the Unicorns had messages for everyone this week. So we're going to also get messages from them, okay? So thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Look at this. With the deck. Mary Magdalene and Lakshmi, right? So the beautiful divine feminine, the Christ feminine energy coming back onto this planet, right? She's Jesus's or Yeshua's divine counterpart. And Lakshmi, right? The goddess of abundance and prosperity. So these are big signs coming in for you, divine feminines. Big signs. And that's just me splitting the deck. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you. Thank you, Most High God, for being here with me in the divine feminines right now. Please reveal to us what it is the divine feminines need to know, what it is they need to see at this time. Let's give them messages that are going to take them to their highest and greatest good and put them on their highest and greatest timeline. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What do divine feminines need to know, and what do they need to see? Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Powerful. Only one message coming out. Good enough. Bottom of the deck, Joan of Arc, the warrior of light, right? I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction, right? Joan of Arc, right? Teenager from France, and she got this beautiful vision from the Archangel Michael that was so real, right? He was like as real to her as, I am to you at this moment. And she just was given the guidance to help liberate France, right? And through it all, through her trials, we know a lot about her because the trials were recorded. She stood in that conviction, right? She just wouldn't back down because she knew what she knew at a soul level, that that was the thing that needed to be done, right? For the liberation and the freedom of all, right? It's like you have this vision of just making these changes, these shifts in the world. And it takes courage. It does take conviction, right? But guess what? We just had that beautiful cat come by, right? And cats are very, very courageous, right? You see them walking along like little windowsills and they're just fine. If they fall, guess what? They fall right on their feet. Not falling flat on your back. You're falling on your feet. And she was a teenager, right? So this means it doesn't matter how old you are, no matter how young, how old, it doesn't matter where you're at in this world. Take that courage and keep moving it forward. Follow the dictates of your heart and your soul, right? Don't let your ego talk you out of it. Oh, you're too young, no one's gonna listen to you, or you're just a woman, or you're just a man, and you don't know what you're talking about, like, or you're just too old and it doesn't make sense. How dare you start your life over again? And what if it doesn't work? Throw all that nonsense to the wayside, right? That's your ego trying to keep you safe. Thank you, ego. Appreciate you, right? Good looking, but not right now. Right now, my soul is telling me to keep moving forward. My heart is just telling me that I need to just do this thing. I'm going to try this thing. Go forward, boldly, courageously, and know that you got angels surrounding you at all times, right? They got your back. You have a whole team of light that's just shielding and protecting you, right? If you ever feel scared or nervous, call upon Archangel Michael, right? He's our warrior of heaven. Comes in with his sword, Excalibur, to cut any energetic cords that may be blocking you, right? To help you cut away the fears and the worries and the doubts that may be stopping you from taking these bold action steps that you need to take, right? You're sitting in the silence and you're resting and you're retreating and you're releasing the things that are no longer serving you with this beautiful help of Mercury right now being retrograde. And then you get the intuitive guidance, right? That divine wisdom coming in and coming forward for you and telling you which way to go, to just keep it moving, to just do it anyway, right? That's the energy that you want to follow through with. And if you have beautiful people in your life that are naysayers right now, fuck them. This is your soul path. This is your goal, your purpose, your dream. This isn't about what everybody else has to say about what you're doing. This is about how you feel about you at the end of the day. You have to live with yourself every day. You have to look yourself in the mirror every day, right? You have to walk this path. And if you don't, you let the dream die within you. So many people on their deathbeds are filled with regrets because of the things that they didn't do because they allowed other people to talk them out of their goals and their dreams. Don't allow this to be your truth. Don't wait until you're laying on your deathbed, reviewing your life and wondering if you made a mistake. No, go for it. Because if it works, great. And if it doesn't, great. So fucking what? Do something else, right? But at least you gave it a try. If you never try, you'll never know. You'll never know. Beautiful. I'm pausing because I'm blown away that this was the card that popped out. I didn't even peep it. This is Pope Joan. Pope Joan, right? Are popes females? No, they are not. No, they're not. Time when Joan of Arc showed up, right? If you were in the army, you had to be a man. So here we have two divine feminine energies that did something that they weren't supposed to do. They decided to become things that they weren't even allowed to be during this time. She got killed, right, for being a traitor and treasonous and all that stuff, but also for being a woman in an army. And Pope Joan hid her femininity, right, and no one knew that she was a female, so she decided to be the Pope, the pontiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. She decided that she was going to be this beautiful pope, despite the fact that she couldn't be because she was a woman. When you like tape down your boobs and you do all the things and you just take away all feminine aspects so people don't know, you cut your hair, all that stuff. Yeah, showed up. How she found out? They found out she was a woman. She was pregnant and gave birth, like while she was in the middle of like a public scenario or public scene. I think she was like walking or something, and all of a sudden she went into labor. That's when they found out she was a woman, not beforehand. So, two divine feminine energies coming in to tell you that despite all odds, despite how it looks on the outside, despite what people are telling you, do it anyway. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. It doesn't make sense to them, so be it, right? Like you're told you can't do it because you're a man and young or you're old or you don't have enough skills or talents, do it anyway. You're told that you can't do it because you're a woman and women are allowed to do this and you're supposed to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Do it anyway, right? Be the conduit of change in this world. Be bold, be courageous, right? Let your curiosity guide you forward and then follow through with it, despite what everybody has to say. We're talking about them years later because they stood their ground, because they decided to do something new and they changed the world. And that's why you're here, right? Changing your whole inner world. And oh my God, look, it unlocks me again right underneath that. I love the abundance coming in for you. You're changing your inner world, and that helps change the world without. Pebbles on a pond. Pebbles on a pond, right? You throw a pebble into a pond and it ripples out and it affects everything around it. And then as it hits those banks, then the energy gets to come right back to you, right? Magnified, amplified. So send that good light out, send that delicious energy out. Be all that you were destined to be, right? Follow through with the dictates of your heart. You know the difference between your soul trying to keep you safe, which it does a lot, and your soul's going to try to talk you out of these blessings, out of taking a chance, out of possibly failing, but your heart, your soul is guiding you through your heart, right? And it's like, go forward. This is your path. This is your life. You're the CEO of your life. You're the author of your book. You're the captain of your ship. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else, right? I'm not a real big fan of Christopher Columbus after all that went down, but I love his boldness, right? The world is flat. No, I want to go see for myself. I just don't believe that. I just got to go see for myself and just went forward and went forward and went forward and found, other lands that had actually existed. And we realized that the world is actually not flat, right? So beautiful courage, moving you forward, right? To do something new, to show people a whole new way, to enlighten people, to enliven people, to magnify their soul, right? To be a light to others so that they also have the power and the courage to move forward, right? To try something new, to follow within their own conviction and know that you're never, ever, ever alone. Call upon your angels, the archangels, the ancestors, your spirit guides, spirit animals, the ascended masters, galactic star family, the unicorns, the fairies, the most high God, right? Call upon your team of light to help support you in this, right? Whenever you get scared, whenever you get nervous, whenever you don't know what to do, ask God for wisdom. Ask God for strength. Ask God to send the people into your life that can help support your vision, your dream, your goals, right? Your soul family is here for you. There's a reason that you have all of this lying within you. And there are people that are going to resonate with your message, with your creativity, with whatever this is that you're putting forth, right? If it's wanting to own a restaurant, right? And you want to talk yourself out of, oh, there's a lot of taco restaurants. They're not yours, though. Ain't nobody making tacos the way you make tacos, right? Oh, there's a ton of books already written on that subject, but it wasn't written by you, and it's not going to be written in nobody else can write it your way because nobody else has lived life the way that you have. Nobody else has seen life through your eyes and had your experiences, right? You're a unique expression of the Most High God. It's time for you to let that to flow through, right? To allow yourself to express, to allow yourself to flow, allow yourself to be all that you can be, right? So that you're serving your highest and greatest good, so that you're moving on your highest and greatest timeline, right? Don't allow that. Don't allow fear to hold you back anymore, right? I let fear hold me back for so long, right? Lost a lot of money. That's why Lakshmi is coming in this way, but also lost a lot of time, right? But guess what? I'm activated now and I'm having fun now and I'm doing it now. And all those things, all that time that was quote unquote wasted and all that money that was quote unquote lost is being added back onto me as it is unto you. Everything is kind of waiting and like an energetic spiritual vault, right? And so like all the stuff that you put out there, all the gifts and the time and the love and the generosity, everything that you put out there is just in this little vault waiting to give you back, waiting for you to tap in, waiting for you to unlock the code so that you can get what's rightfully yours, right? You've been giving, 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 giving. Okay, you also need to receive because that's the flow of the universe. So it's time to maybe take a step back and open your hands, open your heart, and allow the Most High to just pour that light into you, like, bless you, bless you, bless you, right? Be like the prodigal son and come on home, right? No need to hold your head in shame because of yesterday or a decision you made or a relationship that you chose or a time that you walked away or that you blew it or you hurt somebody. Okay, well, mistakes happen, but guess what? You're home now, right? It's time to put on that robe. It's time to put on the rings. It's time to eat the fatted cow. It's time to do all that. Celebrate because you finally come home. You finally come home to yourself, right? And that's what this retrograde energy is, right? Coming home to ourselves, to our own sovereignty, to our own light, and then being bold and being courageous and doing something that has never been done before because you know what? We didn't do it yet. Point blank and simple. We didn't do it yet. Sorry if it's a little too smoky for you guys. You can't really see me. I got some dragon's blood burning over here because I do a lot of this work. As soon as I'm done with you guys' recordings, I got to get back online and open up my calls to get more readings done. I love it. Book a reading with me on the enlighteneddaughter.com. Check me out live on Instagram at 12 noon Eastern Time. So fun. The Enlightened Daughter. Come to me. All right. Thank you, unicorns, for these messages for the Divine Feminines. Got two? Amazing. Oh, we got three. I didn't even realize that. Got three messages. Okay. Refreshing oasis. Nurture yourself. Gather your strength. Nurture yourself. That is what we're doing during these retrogrades, right? We're resting. We're releasing. We're chilling out. We're loving on ourselves, right? Again, you show up and do it for everybody else. It's time for you to allow your cup to be poured into, right? It's time for you to refill your cup, to rehydrate yourselves, to get your life together, right? And to just take a moment. We go, 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 go so much all the time. Sometimes we don't just take a minute to just realize how much we've done or even realize where we're at, right? It's time for you to do that, to just take a moment and kind of look around and be like, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Today's a good day and tomorrow's going to be a better one. Simple. I say it all the time, you know, how was today? Today was a good day, tomorrow's going to be a better one. People ask me, how are you? I'm extraordinary. How are you? You know why? Because I'm speaking life over myself. And I'm also setting intentions for what I want my day to be like and what I want my tomorrow to be like, right? It's power in our words. I'm not the only prophetess that exists out here. You have power in your words. Speak life over yourself, okay? Oneness. Look for the common humanity. Invoke Lemurian light. You are here to share your light with the world. Do it in your own unique way. You are perfectly imperfect. You are unique and divine. You are sovereign and loved beyond measure, beyond even understanding. So connect with everyone, right? Like, what can you do to just serve and to show up? How can you be the best version of yourself? How can you raise your vibration? Because when you do that, you're serving the collective, right? Yeah, there are some of us out here that are directly going out and like helping people one at a time or groups at a time. But you raising your vibration and just living your life in your truth and your authenticity and shining bright, that is also helping the collective because one person that is in alignment with their truth, that has a high vibrational energy, is more powerful than a million that are not. So raise your vibration. Do the things that make you feel good. And what is that, right? Is it writing? Is it drawing? Is it cooking? Is it cleaning? Is it running? Is it swimming? Sitting, how can you nurture yourself? Loving yourself, taking a salt bath, going for the massage, take yourself out to dinner. Whatever that means to you, do more of it. And invoke the Lemurian light. Lemurians came to help us raise the vibration of the planet, right? We're creating this heaven on earth. And you're a part of all that. And it starts by you living in your truth. Living in your truth. Divine potential. Divine potential. Fulfill your destiny, divine feminines. Be all you can be. I don't even have anything more to say about that. I'm just going to let the cards speak for itself. Fulfill your destiny. She got a message from Archangel Michael. She could have followed through with it or she could have ignored it. She fulfilled her destiny, right? She was told she couldn't, but she knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that this was the path that she was supposed to walk. She fulfilled her destiny. It might be scary. It probably is. Normally, the thing that scares us the most is exactly what we need to do. Fulfill your destiny and be all that you can be. Love it. Thank you for that message. Stand in your power, divine feminines. Stargate of Lyria. Expand your casual chakra. Enter the unicorn kingdom. Call upon the unicorns to support you, right? Open up your heart. Open up your soul, right? The casual chakra, I believe it's right above our high heart, right? Between our high heart and our throat chakra, right? So really opening and expanding this area. Call upon the unicorns, right? And take their beautiful horn, have it tap into your chakras and to cleanse and clear any energies that might be blocked, right? Any energies that might be frozen, anywhere where you're not healed at, right? Allow that energy to just to melt away so that you can really stand and shine your light even brighter. Look, and then we got this beautiful rainbow underneath, right? Which is about promises and blessings and miracles coming in for you. I'm here for it. All right, thank you, Archangels, for being here with me in the Divine Feminine Collective. What do they need to know? What do they need to see to take them to their highest and greatest timeline so that they can be all that they can see? Perfect. Messages coming in. All right, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Who did I tell you to call upon? Archangel Michael, right? Who's here standing with you? Archangel Michael. Stand in your power. Be true to yourself. Listen, if this is not an echo today, I don't know what it is, right? Repeated messages. Call upon Archangel Michael to support you right now. If you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling unsure, if you're feeling worried, fearful, whatever that is not in alignment with your truth and with the Most High God, right? Call upon Archangel Michael to help shift that energy for you, right? Love is pure. God is pure love, and anything outside of love is fear, right? So when we're not moving in love, right, we're moving away from the light, right? We're separating ourselves from our own divinity. So call upon Archangel Michael to help get you back on track, right? To get you in order, to help put a battery in your back so you can get things going, right? I love that for you. I love it. I love it. I literally want to cry right now. I'm so emotional. And yes, I'm an emotional being. You should see me. I've been crying all weekend. Like, I'm talking to clients on the phone crying. This Pisces full moon is not helping. It's not helping. Archangel Faith. With faith, you are invincible. Believe in yourself. Divine Feminines. Do you hear me now? Right? Can you hear me now? It's like the Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? Good, right? With You're invincible. It's powerful. Faith, right? We're taking a step even when we don't see the next step, right? You're jumping off the cliff and you just know, like, either I'm gonna learn to fly or the angels are gonna catch me, right? That's that energy. You don't gotta be scared of nothing. You don't gotta be scared of nothing. It doesn't matter how young or how old you are. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what anybody else has to say. It doesn't matter. This is about you on your soul path and your mission, walking in your truth. You on your soul path in your mission, walking your truth, standing in courage and conviction. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. It does not have to make sense to anybody but you. And from a logical standpoint, it's not going to make sense to you either, right? Like when I started this path in the spiritual work, I thought God had the wrong number. Like, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Me, of all people, doing this, you're bugging. Like, I got a potty mouth. I got a fucking temper. Like, I'm a New Yorker from Harlem, right? Like, you say the wrong thing about my God, I might punch you in the mouth. Like literally, I'm like, really? Really? You're gonna have me smacking people and then praying over their body? Is that a thing? I'm cursing people out. I'm pouring light into them at the same time, but my messages tend to be very aggressive, right? Very upfront. I'm very blunt. I'm also an Aries, right? Like, it is what it is. And so being guided to do spiritual work full time, and I'm like, are you high? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, maybe I'm high. Like, maybe that bud was really good. Like, maybe I'm bugging out. Like, I literally I was not, I thought he was bugging, like, and then it's like, I'm getting all the messages like, look at the prophets, look at Peter, look at this one. And I'm like, come on, son, word? Like, this is a thing? Like, you're really going to be having me do this thing? But this is the thing, right? I had to move forward in it, and it cracks me up. Like, I used to do porn, right? And now I'm a freaking pastor and a priestess. Like, it's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? But everything brought me to this point, right? I help people also from my knowledge in porn, with sexuality, right? I help people connect their sexual beings, right, to soul sex so that they can take it deeper, so that they can use the energies of sex to help manifest, right? So that they can heal their bodies and heal their relationship with the Most High and know that they are not sinful or wrong or evil for finding the pleasures in their body and utilizing that, right? Like, it's like, why would God allow us to have orgasms if He didn't want us to have orgasms, right? Like, if the whole world is created through the act of sex, why is sex a sin? Like, it just didn't make sense to me, right? And then I started on this path, and He's like, good job, like, way to ask the right questions, and I was like, all right, we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna do this thing, and I had to just keep moving forward. And half the time, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I just show up every day, and I clock into work, and I'm like, so now what? What are we doing today? And then I'm just led to where it needs to be. right? I'm led to the people that I need to talk to. I'm led to the things that I need to share. I'm led to the messages, and I'm like, okay, here we are, like it's like night and day. So just know that, like, just move forward, right? Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's weird, maybe it doesn't make sense to you, right? It didn't make sense to me, but here we are. Here we are, and I get to help a lot of people every day, and I get to pour into people every day, and I get to be a vessel for heaven every single day, and it feels amazing. And I didn't have to stop being myself in order to do this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of us feel like we need to, like, change, and no, I didn't stop being myself. I still curse, I still smoke weed, I still enjoy wine, I still talk shit with my friends, I still am aggressive, but I'm also very compassionate. I've always been very compassionate. I've always been very loving, but I'm not the friend or the spiritual teacher that you talk to if you want to be coddled. There are people for that. I'm not that. I'm not that person. I'm not that person. So if you want someone who's going to lie to you, fantastic. If you want someone who's going to give you the real and loves you, but is giving you the real, you tapped into the right one. You know what I mean? Because autumn is here for it. I'm here for the shits and the giggles, right? But I'm also here for all the divinity and the sovereignty, right? And I'm here to encourage you and to inspire you and to have you really just know who you are as a sovereign being and to love yourself, to love yourself. Self love is the first love and the best love, right? Because when you fully love yourself and you start understanding that you are loved by the divine, then nothing really stops you. And so, yeah, it may not make sense to you initially, but do it anyway. Take a step and give it to the Most High. Like, if this is right for me, cool, then guide me along the way. And if it's not right, cool, then take the desire out of my heart. It's that easy. It's that easy. If this is for me, lead me down this path. And it's not for me, please remove this from my heart with grace and ease and flow. And either way, you'll be fine. Either way, you'll be fine. There's no wrong moves and there's no wrong directions in the divine. There's none. All right, Seraphim, Seraphisa. Relax and open up to source. Keep your heart open. I swear to God, you can't make these messages up. That's so funny. I didn't even see that. That's so funny, right? Give it to God. Give it to God. Like, yo, I'm trying to do this thing and I just don't know which way to go. Like, give me some guidance. Give me some clarity. Like, which path makes the most sense? Which path is going to lead me to my highest and greatest good? Which path is going to lead me to my highest and greatest timeline? And then trust the intuitive prompts and the answers that you're getting. I've been getting some messages repeated to me recently, and I'm like, huh, okay, that's a location that I need to go to, obviously, because it's repeated several times. Whenever I ask for an answer from the Most High, and I'll give you a little hint, little clue so you know the difference between your soul guiding you and your ego guiding you. Whenever I ask for an answer from the Most High, from my team of light, my angels, ancestors, whatever, I say, if, whatever the answer is, please repeat it to me at least 3 times so that I'm very clear that it's coming from you and it's not my ego just trying to give me or make me see what it is that I want to see, And sometimes that'll be a sign. Like, sometimes I'll ask for a clear sign. Like, if I'm supposed to move to, let's say, Costa Rica, right? Show me very clearly 3 different ways, like dolphins, like in the next, 24 hours. And if I'm supposed to move to California, then show me mountains very clearly in the next 3 days, at least 3 times, right? And then I let it go and I move forward. I'm like, all right, well, I'm either going to see dolphins or I'm going to see mountains, right? And then I just go about my day. And sometimes I see some stuff. Sorry, I keep looking away, but I'm like, what is that flying? I don't know if it's a dragonfly or a wasp from here, but and then I just look and I just wait. I don't even really look. I just go about my day because sometimes I might see it on a YouTube video or in a movie or on a T-shirt or on a billboard or somebody might say something. One time I was asking for clues about something and I don't even remember what it is I was manifesting at the time. And my daughter's like, "Oh, mommy, can I draw?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." And I'm going about my day. I think I was making dinner or whatever. And she's like, "Look at this dolphin that I drew." But that was exactly one of the signs that I had asked for. And so she's just sitting there because she's really tapped in, as well. She had no idea what I was talking. She didn't know about this specific conversation I had with my team of light. She was just drawing. And that was one of the answers. And it was like tears came to my eyes because I'm like, look at you using my baby to give me these beautiful channel messages. You know what I mean? Bringing it in. So just be open to the guidance that you're receiving and trust in it. Sometimes if I need clarity, I'll just pull cards. Give me a card for this option, this option, and this option. And I'm going to get some clarity and see what's going to be my highest and greatest good. When I needed to move, I had 3 options before me, right? One that I really, really wanted, one that I had not even thought about, and one that was just safe and comfortable, right? And so I got clarity on all 3. It's like the one I really wanted, like, yeah, you can do that. It's going to be a motherfucking challenge and hard, and it's like you're swimming upstream if you do that, but you'll be fine. Obviously, like, we're here with you. We'll make sure that you're okay. The one that I hadn't even thought twice about was like, ah, hallelujah, hallelujah. And then the one that was comfortable was just comfortable and safe. It's like, yeah, you'll basically just stay stagnant in that energy. You can stay there if you want. We all have free will, but what are you trying to do? And I'm like, I want the hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want to be bored? Why do I want to struggle? Right? But we have free will. So I asked for clarity and I got clarity. And here I am. Here I am in a state that I've never been in before. All right. The last card, Lady Gaia. Gaia is connecting with you, babies. Your challenges are lessons. You are loved and welcome on earth. Your challenges are lessons, right? So listen, whatever this is that you need to move forward in, that maybe seems like it's not the right thing because you're not the right whatever. So what? Right? You're being challenged. So what? Good. Being challenged, why? So that you can be bold, so you can be courageous, so that you can take a chance on yourself. Tell people all the time, if you don't believe in your own goals and dreams, why would anybody else? Right? If you don't even believe in yourself, why should anybody else believe in you? Why should I have the faith and courage to just move forward or to trust in this if you don't even believe it? And I'm not talking about the little doubts and questions that we have every once in a while. I'm talking about you just like are talking yourself out of your blessing. Like it's almost like you're convincing yourself and others that they shouldn't be following through with you on this. So then why should they? Right? Why would people just like want to freaking invest in something that's automatically going to be a failure because you're putting that energy of failure attachment to it, right? Like, why would I give you $1,000 for your business if you're like, yeah, because it's probably not even going to work. I'm probably just playing myself. Then give me my fucking money back, right? Like, I'm not out here gambling. No, I'm trying to make an investment in something. I'm trying to make an investment in you because you really think that this thing is going to be something. But if you don't think it's really going to be something, then I'm just playing myself, right? It's like, just might as well just take my money and put it in the shredder or wash it down the drain. So you have to believe in yourself. And I'm not saying it's not going to be scary. And I'm not saying that you're going to have a lot of external support because you probably won't, right? If we're at this point right now, it probably means that a lot of people aren't really supporting you. That's okay, right? Do it anyway. You're doing it for you. You're doing it for your descendants or your ancestors or your legacy. Like, you're doing this for you because this is your soul path. This is your truth. This is who you are and who you came to be. It doesn't have to make sense to everybody else, and they don't have to support you. And guess what? Although the people in my life may love me very dearly, a lot of people did not support me in this path. Lost a lot of family, a lot of friends along the way. And I had to make a decision like, do I just do the thing that I've always done because it's comfortable and safe and it makes other people feel comfortable and safe? I worked in restaurants for over 20 years. People love the fact that I worked in restaurants for over 20 years because they always got the hookup, right? I managed or I was bartending or whatever. Wherever they were at, wherever I was at, people were good. They were lit, right? They got to eat, they got to drink, they got a discount, they got mad love, they got mad support. Even if I was there, if I wasn't there, people loved on them because they loved me, right? And then I moved away from that into this work, and people are like, "Oh, why aren't you doing that anymore? Why? Because you want a free fucking meal?" You know what I mean? Like, because you're not worried about whether or not this feels good to me, or if I'm happy, or if this is benefiting my children, right? You're worried about what you can get out of it. And so I had to vet some people and move on. And then there were other people in my life that were really highly supportive that came out of the woodworks, like, yo, I've been getting these inclinations and I've been having these signs and I have gifts too. And like, now they feel comfortable speaking on it, right? Now they feel comfortable like mentioning it because they realize that they're not going to be judged or criticized or ostracized by somebody, right? There's somebody they can have these conversations with that's not going to judge them, right? I talk to so many of my clients, and they're like, I'm scared or nervous, and I'm like, you don't have to be scared or nervous about anything. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to love you and to pour light into your situation, right? We're going to read some energies, and we're going to talk about how you can overcome your challenges and your fears and how you can be the best version of yourself possible. That's why I'm here. You judge yourself. You don't need me to judge you. There's nothing I can say to anybody that they haven't already said to themselves or worse, and that's facts. And God has already said, your lawless deeds I shall remember no more. God is not up there judging you, like sitting there and being like, oh, well, you fucked up today, so you don't get these blessings. No, he's like, all right, what did you learn? It's the same conversation I have with my kids all the time. If something goes wrong, if they make a mistake or, do bad on the test, I'm like, cool, what did you learn? Did you see what your mistake was there? You understand how to fix it? Yes, no. All right, no, well, let's fix it. Let's figure this out. You know, what did you learn from this situation? What did you learn? Mistakes are supposed to happen so that you learn. We fall, we get back up, right? But if you fall and keep your ass on the ground, then hey, you're not learning anything. But you got to get back up and try again and try again. And you keep moving forward until you fucking figure it out. It's like riding a bike or roller skating or swimming, right? You just do it again and try it again. So it's time for you, my beautiful divine feminist, to get out there and try some shit again. Do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, all right? Know that I got a battery in your back. I'm your fucking biggest cheerleader over here. I should get some motherfucking pom-poms so you can hear me. You can hear me shaking for you. It's like me having the pom-poms for you, right? I love you. I love you. I love you, right? I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. You're amazing. You're incredible. I know you might be scared, and it's okay. I know you might be scared, but it's okay. You're going to be fine. I promise you, right? If you need some coaching, you want to book a personal reading, any of the above, hit me up at theenlighteneddaughter.com. And again, join me live on Instagram on Thursdays at 12 noon Eastern Time. All right? Later, beloveds.